In the heart of a bustling city, there lived an elderly merchant named Yusuf. He was known for his vast wealth, but more so for his silence. Every Friday, after the Jummah prayer, he would sit on a small bench outside the mosque, watching the crowds. For years, a young boy named Omar, a street orphan with tattered clothes, would sit nearby. He never begged, but he watched the world with a hunger that wasn't just for bread, but for belonging. One rainy afternoon, Yusuf noticed Omar shivering under a thin piece of cardboard. The merchant reached into his pocket. He didn't just give him a coin. He sat down next to him. "Why do you sit here, son?" Yusuf asked. The boy looked up, his eyes glassy. "I am waiting for a miracle," he whispered. "I heard in the mosque that God provides for the birds of the air. I am just wondering when He will provide for me." Yusuf's heart shattered. He realized that while he had been busy counting his gold, he had forgotten the promise of his faith, that the wealth of the rich is only a trust from the poor. That day, Yusuf did something that changed his life. He took the boy home. He didn't just give him food, he gave him his time, his guidance, and his name. He taught Omar that in Islam, sadaqah, charity, is not just about money. It is about a smile, a kind word, and a seat at your table. Years passed. Yusuf grew very old. On his deathbed, he had no gold left. He had spent it all building schools, feeding the hungry, and educating Omar. His own children, who expected an inheritance, were angry. "Father," they cried, "you have left us nothing. You gave everything away to strangers and to this boy." Yusuf breathed a shallow, peaceful breath. He looked at Omar, now a grown man, a doctor serving the poor, and he smiled. "My children," Yusuf whispered, "you are mistaken. What I kept, I lost. What I gave away, I sent ahead of me to the heavens. My true wealth is not in the bank, it is in the prayers of those I helped, and in the heart of the boy who learned to see God in the eyes of the needy." That night, Yusuf passed away, and when the funeral procession began, the streets were so full of people, the poor, the orphans, the widows, that the city stood still. Thousands of hands were raised in dua, prayer for him. He left no gold, but he left a legacy of love. In this life, we spend so much time building walls around our wealth, terrified of losing it. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that charity never decreases wealth. In fact, it purifies it. Remember, we are not the owners of our blessings. We are only the guardians.